Hello and welcome to another episode on Maritime Radar. The world of workers is facing unprecedented changes. New technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotics, automation, and digitization of the economy, along the changes in the socio-political patterns and climate change are shifting the nature of work, showcasing the role of emerging technology plays in the shift of workforce and not necessarily a reduction. Addressing the challenges facing Nigeria's migrant workers, especially with the hardship triggered by economic downturn, are some of the issues that will be on the front burner on today's show. I'm Nneoma Obi-Asualo. Maritime workers are key drivers of the maritime sector. Their well-being is a reflection of the health of the industry. There's therefore the need to ensure policies which must be implemented are put in place to protect the interest in the workplace. Notably, in advanced maritime nations, the qualitative education of workers and their welfare are given highest priority. In Nigeria, it's been continued uncertainties resulting from unemployment amid dearth of qualified workforce. The call for a national line, which the new minister is buying into, is apt. It will help to create an opportunity for building seafarers, cadets, and other key workers in the industry to enable them get proper certification and training. Priority also must be placed on their health, payment of salaries, safety, and general welfare. Before we get further into today's lineup on the program, let's find out the latest in maritime news.
The Nigeria Customs Service is collaborating with the Directorate General Taxation and Customs Union of the European Union for efficient export monitoring and trade facilitation. The Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale announced that the partnership with the DG Taxud is for efficiency in export monitoring and documentation. Adeni requested a framework between Customs and DG Taxud that can be used to verify and validate export commodities, adding that the service is interested in a digital platform that will enhance the validation of documents as part of its outreach program and is also working with other agencies of the Nigerian government to maximize these opportunities. Gary Wilkinson of the Rules of Origin in the DG Taxud said the tariff discount for exported products would be 4%. He also added that the team's visit to Nigeria was part of an EU scheme for developing countries to ensure that products sent to the European Union are from the right source and origin. In response to the increasing cases of abuse of trucking regulations with the Lagos Port Complex, the management of the Trucks Transit Parks has announced a series of measures to address the issue and ensure the smooth flow of cargo through the port. An official notice from TTP's management said a significant number of trucks have been accessing the LPC only to experience delays in admission by the APM terminal, leading to congestion and inefficiencies within the port environment. To combat this problem, the Nigerian Port Authority's monitoring team will start a port clearance exercise aimed at identifying and taking immediate action against trucks that stall within the port premises. The sanction regime, as outlined by the TTP, includes the impounding of trucks found guilty of stalling within the port. Additionally, their number plates will be deactivated on the electronic call-up system for 90 days, while all ETO profiles linked to the booking of those trucks will be deactivated indefinitely. TTP also urged the entire trucking community to take note of these measures and ensure strict compliance with the standard operating procedure for processing trucks to the port. Rescuers pulled out more than 20 bodies from the sea off northern Senegal after an Europe-bound boat loaded with migrants sank, according to officials and local media. Speaking with local media, St. Louis Regional Governor Alioune Badere said the authorities have been witnessing lifeless bodies wash up the shores. The number of passengers on the boat remains unknown, although unconfirmed sources put it at about 200. The injured are being treated in a hospital in St. Louis, and an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the accident has been launched. The number of migrants leaving from Senegal on rickety wooden boats surged last year and nearly 1,000 people died while trying to reach Spain by sea in the first 6 months of 2023, according to the Spanish migration advocacy group Walking Borders.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Maritime Radar. The open water beckons, and it is an attractive area of employment for those who love adventure. The industry includes a wide range of roles, from work on the cruise and fishing ships to a career working on docks. It has been a continuous struggle for an improved welfare of maritime workers in Nigeria. In this chat with Prince Adewale Adeyanju, President General, Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, and Deputy President, Nigerian Labour Congress, speaks on expectations from the new Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, the Port and Harbour Bill, IOCs, and ensuring health and safety of its members, which will position them to be competitive among workers in similar jobs around the world. Stay with us. Happy New Year, and it's good to have you on the show, sir.
Wish you the same, and Happy New Year to you. And thank you for having me on your program again.
Let's start this conversation looking at our new Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. What's your expectation from the minister as regards maritime workers, and also looking at the hardship workers are facing currently in Nigeria today, which has triggered the call for a protest? What will you say to this?
Well, I think we just have another minister. To me, I see that ministry as an old wine in a new bottle, because we already have a Ministry of Transportations, and they carve out Ministry of Blue and Economy. It's almost the same. I think what they did was to remove the transport sector from the rail port operations. Well, we are yet to see the action plan from the new minister, where all the stakeholders are eager in the sense that they want a new total change, a good package coming from that ministry, because everybody has seen it to be blue economy and it's a new ministry. But to us as an organized labor, we see it to be an old wine in a new bottle, because it's not new to us. They only added some infrastructure like trawling business, fishing trucking, and all the rest of it, which I think the government can make a lot of IGR in that place. So it's a welcome development anyway, because we have been canvassing to have a ministry on our own, that will complement the port operations and other maritime sectors. So we welcome the new minister. If the workers are well paid, you won't see any reactions coming out from the labor leaders. But what you are seeing now is as a result of the hardship economy that all of us are passing through in this country today. So to me, as an representative of the workers, ours is to protect their welfare and tell the whole world that all is not well. And that is why you see the Nigerian Labour Congress coming out and say, well, let's register our awareness before the government, the area of challenges, what average citizens are passing through in this country. And that is why you see everybody troop out to let the whole world know that all is not well in this country.
That is apt, to be able to speak for the common man. So moving away from that, talk us through, it's a new year, your set goals for the union for 2024.
Well, 2024 belongs to Almighty God. That is one, because whatever set goal you want to set, you must put everything in the hands of God. Yes, the beginning of this year have started roughly as a result of dollars refusing to marry Naira. Naira say no, there's no marriage of convenience between the two of them. And that is what is affecting our sector. If you go from one port to the other, terminal to terminal, you feel that the presence of hardship of this economy is biting harder on the maritime sectors. And some investors cannot import, even invest much on their businesses as a result of diesel have taken over their revenue drive. So it's affecting us. And our prayer is that we pray that this thing will not affect our membership. Because if investors is not working, what comes next? the mind of employers is aware, I want to reduce the number of the workers as a result of what is going on, that they cannot afford to be wasting their whatever in this thing. So, but well, we have a target to make sure that remunerations is part of our welfare that we have already put in place this year for our members. Like in shipping, we have a lot of challenges in shipping, which I think you're fully aware that we declared state of emergency in shipping branch of Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria as a result of poor remunerations coming from the employers to the shipping workers. Well, government is a continuity, and the person that took over from the former ES Shippers Council have not officially introduced himself properly to all the stakeholders. And even Maritime Workers of Nigeria were here to meet with him because of the exigence of duty coming from his angle as a representative of government, where he met a lot of problem on his table from his predecessor. And the issue of shipping have not been addressed properly. And very soon we might likely shut down the shipping branch as a result of the attitude of those employers not ready to agree and settle down with the union to get better package for the workers in shipping. But government have set a precedent of giving position to some people who are not technocrats, who are not port operators. And what are the results? Is to drive us backward. You employ somebody today, tomorrow you remove him because the man is not in your good book. It's not in a political party with you. So it's affecting the maritime sector. If you look at the appointment they have been making from the Adewale to where we are now, well, it's lucky we have some of them that are good, who are good listener, who listen to the voice of the workers. But others, where they're coming from, it's going to take you 3-4 months or a year before they adapted to the system they are meeting on the ground. Why don't you appoint credible people who are conversant with the job, who knows what the port operation is all about? So we are having a lot of problem on that.
Okay, and another area is also the Apapa and Tinkan, access routes or port being quite chaotic. Some even say coming to Apapa is like going to hell. What is the union stand on this troubling situation, and how will you rate the Edo Collop?
Well, the union have been so much on this matter. We've declared trade disputes with Southern, the port operation, as a result of the access route to the port, gateway to Nigeria, whatever economy is as bad as that. If you are coming out from Festac to Tinker Island, you spend an hour or 2 hours. That is averagely in a day. And look at the depression the workers are passing through. Job of 8 hours, you landed in 10 to 11 or 12 hours. So
adding traffic time.
Having traffic time, closing hours, we are going home. There are all those bad boys on the road, you can be attacked. They've attacked our members severally as a result of the road. So now the tankers have taken over the road again. They are just a lion on the road. So we have been talking to our stakeholders that all of us should be on the same page so that we can find a solution to this gridlock of parking on the road. You don't have any business on the road. Why are you bringing your truck to be on the road? And the government too are not being serious, because who are the government? It's you and I. The majority of them are into this haulage business. They have truck and whatever. So whom are you going to meet? It's like you are reporting to somebody that is your prosecutor. And you know the attitude of prosecutor. They will save you, and at the same time they will jail you. So that is what we find ourselves on the aspect of the Tinker Island and Apapa Road. So I think the Minister of Blue Economy need to go around and see what we have been talking about for the past 8 years about that road. And we had in the good news yesterday that in an airport where the union have been talking, that I was told that they've awarded that contract yesterday to our high-tech. That will give a plus to Mr. President for even listening to us, and he knows that it's part of his campaign promise that is made for maritime stakeholders, that he will turn the port to an hub center that we can compare with other relevant world all over the world. So we thank you for that, for listening and for approving the contract and making sure that the road now going to be better than it was before. So the ETO call-up is like a story of a student who continue writing an exam on one subject, and anytime the exam is coming, he forgot what he has read. So the lecturer will be asking, I taught you all this thing, why don't you pass my exam? We tell you, you didn't train me well, you didn't teach me well, I did not understand your subject. And that is the problem of ETO. ETO is like a magic institutions. Why I call it magic institution is that we don't know the basis of this ETO. Stakeholders complaining about call-up system. Okay. The call-up system they are talking about, where is the holding bay where I can park my truck? Do you provide that? Now, it's not a racketeering. People have compromised that ETO, where they are faking the ticket, faking the plate number of the trucks. It's as bad as that. So, to me, I think the Nigerian Port Authority need to review it proper and engage all the stakeholders so that everybody will know what they meant in giving us ETO, why they are giving us ETO. Because to me, it's for the road to be free. Now the road is not free. So the student will continue to fail the exam in the hands of their examiners.
Well, in my view, I think that I think those who they are handy to handlers are the people who have compromised, because there's no way you could have access to faking call-up identification to pick up your trucks if it's not an insider who is also bringing. But we are due for a break. When we return, we'll be looking at seafarers' welfare. But that will be after this short break. Stay with us.
News Central TV, Africa's #1 storyteller, has come with the best of both worlds. With a combination of news app and live TV, we ensure that you keep track of the latest headlines, breaking news, and in-depth analysis from professional journalists from around the continent. Download the News Central TV app on Android and iOS and get started today. Don't forget to follow us on News Central's social media platforms. News Central, Africa first.
If you are just joining us, this is still Maritime Reader, and I have with me Adewale Adeyanju. He is the President, Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria. He also doubles as Deputy President, NLC. Before we went on that break, you were talking about ETO, and we were able to see where the issues are from. So we move forward now to addressing seafarers' welfare. Recently, something good happened. The partnership with EU, NEMASA, and the ITF UK for infrastructural development. Tell us more about that, and also share the critical challenges before the Nigerian seafarers, and what solutions will you be providing?
If you are trusted, tested, you'll be getting a lot for your people. Before the ITF and the UK will come down all the way from London to come and broker the news to us that yes, they are ready to help the seafarers in Nigeria. I think it's applause to Nigeria government. And the DG Nimasa, I want to use this period to thank him immensely for what he believes in, because among all the stakeholders, I think he's the only listening person who believe in the welfare of the seafarers. We call it believe in the welfare of dock workers. He's a man of honor. He's a man that will continue to have him in the helms of affairs in maritime sectors. And we don't doubt about his ability, about his integrity, because where he came from is from grassroots. Those are technocrats we are talking about, not people that are cobblers, that you give them appointment as a head minister. Appoint credible leaders, people who knows about the intents of the job, not just bringing health workers to become a managing director of Nigeria Port Authority. So those are the things the union is talking about. Yes, challenges. We have a lot of challenges. Challenges in the sense that the seafarers that have contributed immensely to the growth of seafaring in Nigeria today, up to now, their rights have not been paid to them. The issue of aged seafarers that have been lingering for the past how many years, almost 28 years now. Still going back to JAMO, who have given us hope that they are going to be paid what belongs to them, because the matter was in court and we won the case in court. So those are the challenges we have for now. And the issue of tally class on board, where there's no, you're going to say the dock workers cannot work on board the vessel, or the gangwayman cannot be on a gangwayman. They form integral part of dockers, and I think the government are looking forward to see how they can allow them to come back.
Another issue that has been on the front burner when it comes to maritime workers is several intervention of your members as regards the IOC's non-compliance with the extensive during the regulation. Bring us up to speed. I know there are some improvements, some shipping companies have started complying. So bring us to speed what the update is right now.
Yes, I think IOC has been an issue that the union have been on this matter for quite some time. But the way it is now, we have signed an agreement with all the IOC, including the Nigeria Port Authority, and some of them have complied. I can now say maybe 60%, but I think the major ones have started complying. Allow the stevedoring contractor to continue to do their job as a stevedoring contractors in their terminals. So I think we are moving very well, but it's like they are skeptical. They are afraid of the stevedoring contractors coming to come and work in their terminal. But with the government now giving them a directive under the new ministry, now the Minister of Black Economy, that is to comply with the law of the land, I think they are changing their attitude.
Okay. And another thing is also your union seem to be against some part of the Port Harbour Bill. What's the latest on this?
Well, to us as an organized labor in maritime sector, we kick against anti-policy that is going to affect our members. We are not saying the Harbour Bill will not come, but the good aspect of it, you should sit down with us. Stakeholder will sit, the union will sit with you. Then all of us will be on the same page. There are good aspects.
So you mean that you were not consulted in any way?
We were not consulted. We are not consulted. I think there should be stakeholders' awareness on this matter. Not that somebody will just sponsor a bill and say, yes, this is the way we want it to be, and you now pass into law. We are not going to accept that. Because we know what happened in 2006, where MPA lost almost, port concession era, 13,000 members of MPA staff lost their jobs. So if you are now bringing another Harbour Bill, we don't know what is inside that bill. Is it to kill us or whatever? You need to tell us, you want us to support the bill, but tell us what is inside the bill.
Well, before I let you go, there's something I must mention, and that is a good working environment, because you cannot take that out from a worker, because if you're in a good working environment, to increase productivity and and things will be done properly. You see efficiency. But when you are in an environment that is toxic, that is not comfortable. So what has been done as regards health, as regards safety, especially the mental health of maybe seafarers and all the maritime workers?
Well, health issues is about the mind, and there's no how you go to compromise that. We'll be making noise all over and over again. Some terminals that doesn't believe in health matters, where in some terminals accident will happen. To take care of the workers will be their problem. An environment that is not conducive for health, how do you expect me to perform? And that is what is happening in some terminals. But in some terminals, if you enter the terminal, you feel happy. Your mind will be at work. Look at APMT. I don't want to be sentiment on those things. Go to Port and Cargo, go to Joseph Dam in Tinker Island, but go to some terminals, I won't mention their names, they're in Tinker. It's like hellfire in terms of enter their toilet, you know that place, is no go area. But we'll be telling the government that there's need for them to put in their SSC in place. Anything that happens to workers, how do you expect throughput? How do you expect me to perform? Where I'm coming to office, I'll be afraid of people sitting down in my office to work. I think the union were on the verge of making sure that that area is being addressed properly with stakeholders, including Nigeria Port Authority, who happen to be the landlord. Go to Tinker Island, the road in Tinker Island, you see the debris on the road. It's not telling us, it's not projecting the image of this great country in a very good manner in the eyes of international community.
I also wanted to add training, which is also key, training of your members.
Well, we didn't run away from that. The train the trainers, and that is always a watchword. In our CBA is there, we put it there in the CBA, collective bargaining agreement between employer and employees. We put that there, and some terminals are training their members. Even we too are training our members. There's no how, if you don't train me, how do you expect proper job from me? So when you train your workers, they will perform excellently.
I must thank you most kindly for your thoughts and your contribution to the industry. Not to praise you because you are here, but you've been an outstanding leader, holding the union strong and moving it forward. The things you've been able to achieve in these years are not going to be forgotten. I must thank you again for your time. It's been Prince Adewale Adeyanju. He's the President, Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria. He also doubles as Deputy President, NLC. Thank you once again for your time and
Thank you.
And well done in all you are doing. I wish you well.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that's our show this week. Join us every week on Maritime Radar as we explore potentials that will ensure the development of the maritime sector in Africa. You can also expect the latest in global and local maritime news plus industry insights right here. I'm Nneoma Obi-Asualo. Many thanks for your time and see you again next week.